Hello and welcome to my Seoul and Tokyo vlog. My brother and sister came to visit me here in Korea last month in July. Unfortunately, it was during the monsoon season, so the weather was very hot and humid, but we still had a good time. Their first real day, we visited the COEX library before heading out to Seoul Forest to grab some coffee. Even though it was raining like crazy and we got drenched, the rain sounded so calming and relaxing. We saw this place called Swedish Picnic. We didn't check it out, but the sign was so cute. For dinner, I was craving some chon, so my siblings got to eat kimchi chon and kamcha chon for the first time. I know it's mostly common to drink makgeolli with chon, but we had it with some somek, which is my favorite. The second morning, we had breakfast at Moment Café in Hongdae, which is close to Yeonnam-dong, where my siblings stayed in a hostel. If you get one of the bread sets at this cafe, you get a table grill and some spreads, so you can make your own toast. Today we were visiting Gyeongbokgung Palace, and unfortunately due to the rain you couldn't see the beautiful mountains in the background of the palace. I highly recommend you come here on a sunny and smog-free day for the best view. After walking around for 2 hours in the palace and checking out the museum, we had lunch at one of my favorite vegan restaurants in Seoul, and look at all this delicious food. During my siblings' visit here in Seoul, I had Korean classes every weekend for 10 hours, so we only had time to meet for breakfast and dinner, and therefore I didn't film anything during the weekends, and we didn't really get to do a lot during the weekends together, which I'm kind of sad about, but it is what it is. I'm just glad that I got to spend a lot of time with my siblings and show them the place that I call home. After lunch, we walked around the Bukchon village and stopped at Bubing for some strawberry and salted caramel bingsu. For dinner, we went for some chimek. However, since I don't eat chicken, I didn't know that the portions were meant to be shared. It didn't really say on the menu, so we accidentally ordered a lot of food. Good morning! Not only is it my siblings' first time visiting Korea, but it's also their first time visiting Japan. If my siblings thought the weather in Seoul was hot and humid, they had no idea what was waiting for them in Tokyo. At this point, we had been awake for many hours and we needed to eat something before heading over to our hotel, so we grabbed the first thing we could find, which just happened to be McDonald's. Don't ask me why, but we decided to walk to our hotel. In the heat, I know, it's a terrible idea, but if we didn't, we wouldn't have stumbled across this cute little market. I saw so many things I wanted to buy, but I wouldn't be able to bring them back to Korea. I fell in love with this pink and red kimono, however, it was badly stained and I don't think I would have been able to get them off. The walk to our hotel was so beautiful, but it was too hot to fully enjoy it. We checked into our hotel and our room had this double bed and a bunk bed, a small bathroom with a bathtub and a balcony. Our first adventure took us to Harajuku, where we ate candied strawberries, did some ice shopping, and of course had to visit Daiso. course of dinner, we headed over to Roppongi and ate ramen at Ippudo, and it was so delicious. We had to wait in line, but it was definitely worth the wait. Despite it being very hot, we decided to take a walk back to the hotel from the restaurant, and on our way back, we saw this vending machine where you can get freshly pressed orange juice. So of course I needed to try it out, and it was just as good as I had imagined it to be. It cost me about 400 yen, I think, so about $4, which is kind of pricey for 1 cup of orange juice, but it was still worth it. Tokyo. This is the first night. We spent a full day here. We started the day at 5 a.m. That's when we met, me and my siblings, and took a taxi to Incheon Airport. That was the worst taxi drive of my life, I think. It was so scary. He was driving so fast. He was driving like 160 kilometers an hour, zigzagging between other cars. And I thought we're not gonna make it to Japan, but we did. And it said it was gonna take like 45 minutes to get to the airport, and it took 30. So I guess he saved us 15 minutes. We walked around for a bit. We ended up on a little market, secondhand market. We walked over to the hotel. It was so hot. Then we checked in, headed over to Harajuku to just check some stores and like walk around for a bit. We also checked out Daiso and got some few things. Then we headed over to, I forgot the name because I'm so tired. I will put it here. We had some vegan ramen. We had ramen, and they also had like a vegetarian ramen. I have no idea what's in it because she gave me the menu. I looked at it, but I couldn't take anything in because I was so tired. I couldn't even focus. I just wanted food, so it was really good though. Now we're back at the hotel. We're showering up. It's not that late. It's like 8 or 9 p.m. somewhere around there. We bought some stuff from the convenience store to try out some food, and then we're just gonna like plan for tomorrow and probably sleep early because we're so tired, so we can have energy for tomorrow. Abib also gave me these cute little travel size toners and creams and stuff. I just did a sponsorship with them for Instagram, a paid sponsorship, and they also gave me some extra goodies, which was perfect for this trip. And I really like the Heart Leaf Calming Toner, which is what I got. So it's really good for my skin because it's been out in sun all day. So it's perfect. I bought these like cooling gel stickers at Daiso. They put in, you can put them in the fridge, and then you put them on your body on places you want them to cool down, and it lasts for 8 hours. So I'm very excited about trying these ones out, and if I like them I'm gonna buy a lot more. I also got this like smartphone lens set. I had one of these, but it wasn't the best quality, and I also lost some parts. I also got a safe selfie light. I wanted to order the one from Amazon that everyone has. That's really good, but I won't try this one out until then because it was only 220 yen. Got this cake from the convenience store, a Mont Blanc cake. Don't know, but I want to try it. And a little carrot cake. Our first morning in Tokyo, we had breakfast at Starbucks close to the hotel before visiting the shrine next to our hotel. We did accidentally enter through the back gate, I think, but this was the way the Google Maps told us to go. Today the weather was even hotter, 37 to 38 degrees Celsius with a real feel of 42 plus degrees. The worst thing I think was the fact that there was no wind, just super hot air and no breeze at all. Our next stop was the Shibuya crossing. We thought it'd be a good idea to go early before people got off work and it'd be packed with people. But the sun was too strong and too bright, and the only way of escaping the heat was to stop by every second store where they had an AC. I ended up spending way more money today than I intended to, but I blame it on the heat since walking around outside wasn't an option. We had lunch at Brown Rice Cafe in Omotesando. I ordered the vegan Japanese curry and it was just as good as I remember it to be. After taking a short stroll over to Harajuku, my siblings and I wanted to visit a cat cafe because we were all craving the presence of animals. We did not have enough cash on us to buy them snacks at the cafe, which made us the least popular guests. The cats were super cute and super friendly, but unless you had snacks, they were not very interested in you. Which I don't blame the cats for, I totally understand, and we still had a really good time. In Japan, my sister was on the hunt for her favorite perfume from Shiseido, which turned out to be impossible to find, so we had a little coffee break at IKEA to enjoy the AC and use the restrooms before spending some more money on Uniqlo. A TikToker I follow had made a video about yakiniku like and their vegan meat, but it must have been a very specific branch because the restaurant had no idea what I was talking about. No worries though, I ordered lots of side dishes and my siblings got to enjoy barbecue. We finished off the night by buying convenience store snacks and having a mini picnic with a view of Tokyo Tower. I had saved perfect spot on TikTok, but our eSIMs were blocking TikToks in Japan for us, so we had to make do with this little park instead. Another morning and another breakfast. This breakfast menu cost me about 500 yen, which is about $5. That's so cheap. One thing my sister really wanted to see was this Harry Potter store across the street from our hotel. They had so many cute little things like these daily profit cards with moving images. And I fell in love with this Japanese version of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. To visit this area that's famous for having a bunch of bookstores, but it was so hot we couldn't survive for long. I'm not joking when I say I thought I was crying, but turned out I was just sweating from my eyelids. I was sweating from every inch of my body. Back to Harajuku to take some photos in Apurikura. We were so confused and everything went so quickly we couldn't figure out how to download the photos, but now I have a few cute stickers that I can put in my calendar. I love Manimeko's prints and design, so I had to take the chance to sneak in and look at all the things I want to buy but can't afford. Since this was our last night in Tokyo, my brother suggested that we watch the sunset of Tokyo from above, so that's exactly what we did. It cost us 2,000 yen each, so about $20 per person. Would I do it again? I don't know, but it was definitely a beautiful view, and I'm sure you could have seen Mount Fuji if it had been less cloudy. All that aside, this was a beautiful moment that I'm glad I got to share with my siblings. And we're back in Seoul. I didn't vlog anything going back to Korea, but here we are. My brother had seen some videos about the Samoyed dog cafe in Hongdae all over Instagram, and since the cats in the cat cafe in Tokyo were so uninterested in us, we thought we deserved the love and attention from some big fluffy dogs. Even though we got to sleep in this morning, we were really tired and needed some coffee. So after visiting the dogs, we went to the bakery next door and had a little coffee break. I didn't get to vlog much more during this trip due to my Korean classes, but also because we were so tired. We mostly hanged out at my house playing with my cat Chili and playing board games. Later that evening, my boyfriend treated us dinner at his friend's restaurant, Paris Salon, that's located in Hapjeong, not far from their hostel. These 2 weeks were intense, but so much fun. Our family has traveled a lot together, but this was our first sibling trip, and I feel so blessed that I got to make these memories together with them.